Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a new painting and I want to show you this new mixture of pouring medium that I want to try. I know back in December I tried a mix of 3 parts Floetrol, 1 part GAC 800, 1 part Liquitex pouring medium, and 1 part water. And I like the paintings that I got out of that really well, and I've still been using some of those paints that I mixed at that time in some of my recent paintings. But I did have a few comments saying, at least one that I can think of, saying that it was too thin and that it was too much water. So I wanted to find something else that was thin, that would help thin it out like water, that wasn't actually water. So this time I tried some Airbrush Medium. I did some research and I found out that you can use acrylic paint with Airbrush Medium, and this actually has some binders in there so it doesn't completely break down your paint the way water does. So this time my pouring medium is 3 parts Floetrol, 1 part GAC 800, 1 part Liquitex pouring medium, and 1 part Liquitex Airbrush Medium. And like I showed you, this is the Airbrush Medium. I used 1 ounce of Airbrush Medium, 1 ounce of Liquitex pouring medium, which I have a gallon jug of it and I can't pour it from the gallon jug, so I put it into this empty juice bottle. And then my Floetrol, I have 3 ounces of Floetrol, and I have this in a large water bottle because I have the gallon jug of it and it's easier to pour it out of a bottle. And GAC 800, which I got this on sale last year for like $4.50 for this bottle, which was a really good price, and I really like this. I'm going to move these things out of the way, and while I do, I'm going to explain how I mixed my paints a little bit better, because I realized what I just said didn't make as much sense to you as what it did to me. What I did was I took this bottle and I put 3 ounces of Floetrol, and then I added an ounce of the Liquitex pouring medium, another ounce of GAC 800, and an ounce of the Liquitex Airbrush Medium, and then I shook it all up. And then what I did for my colors, I added 2 ounces of medium in each bottle, and then I went to the 3 ounce line with my paint. So that's medium to paint 2 to 1, and then the medium is Floetrol 3 parts, GAC 800 1 part, Liquitex pouring medium 1 part, and Liquitex Airbrush Medium 1 part. The colors I want to use today are Dioxazine Purple, Cerulean Blue, and Light Portrait Pink. And this is my titanium white with just Floetrol and water. Titanium white plus Floetrol by itself was too thick, so I had to add some water. And the white does not have my new medium, it just has the Floetrol and water. So I'm going to go ahead and layer a cup, and I'm going to do a flip cup, I think. I've been using my spinner and doing some dips and things with leftover paint lately, but just to test out this medium, my initial test made 6 ounces of medium, so I mixed up 3 new colors, and I just want to test that out and see how it turns out. So we'll put some white in there, cover the bottom of the cup, and I'll try to zoom the camera in, but I'm going to pull this back so I can see what I'm doing. I know I normally layer across the cup, but I've started squirting down the side lately instead, and now I'm trying to decide which way I want to do it. Since the medium I tried in December, I did it my old way, I'm going to try this my old way too. And some, I don't know how to do that with this white though. Just have to drip some white in there. And whenever I tested that pouring medium in December, I put white between all my layers, so I might be doing that again. a little bit anyway. It's harder to pour out of this. I need to make some white. Whoa, I'm getting way too much when I do that. I need to make some white in one of these squirt bottles too, that makes it easier to use for layering, and then just save that big bottle for my base paint. Dioxazine purple. And now I have all the lids off. I'll put a little bit more white on there, but I've got so much white in here, I'm not going to add white in any more layers. This time I'm going to go pink, purple, blue. I'm going to try to do each layer in a different order. Okay, and now I'm going to try to do purple and pink and blue and then purple and blue and pink and then some blue, a little bit more, and some purple. I wish I had white in these bottles because I do want a little bit of white, but whenever I was doing the white from that bottle, it was doing too much. Now I've layered them all the ways that I think I can possibly layer them. Put a little bit of white on top maybe. And that might not be quite enough paint. That would be enough if I used my normal 8x8 size canvas, but I think today I'm going to use an 8x10 because I haven't used one of those in a long time. So maybe I can try something different. Okay, that may be way too much white. I have no idea how this is going to turn out because I didn't think it through with the layering. I'm going to do my base coat and I shall be back. Alright, that's good enough for me. It's not perfect, but it is what it is. I'm afraid to try to do a quick flip, so I'm going to do it like this. And I know that that's probably not in the center, but it's close enough for me. I'm going to let that sit there for a minute and wait for the paint to kind of come down. There's no silicone in any of these paints. Okay, so I'm just going to lift the cup and see what happens. I guess I'm going to let it pool into the center because I have a lot left in there. It's very white because I had so much white. There's still a lot in there and it's white, and I got a drip over here. I'm going to have to spread it around a little bit. I ended up with way more paint as for the base coat than I intended, and I ended up with a lot more white in my mixed cup than I had intended. Just going to stretch it around. I'm not sure where my torch is. Uh-oh. I'm going to stretch it a little bit, and then I'm going to have to pause and go find my torch. I'm already going over the side over here. I'm not sure that I'm going to like this because of all the white. I may have to try these again without so much white. And without such a thick base coat. My goodness. I didn't mean to put so much white down as my base either. And I definitely need to find my torch because I can see a lot of big bubbles. Alright, I don't know if I'm going to pause that or cut any of this out, but I've got to go find my torch, and I don't know how long that will take. I can tell there's way too much white. That light portrait pink looks orange since you can only see it through the white right now. Looks orange to me anyway. Okay. Now, since there's so much paint, I don't think I need to do the corner catchers. I'm just gonna tilt around and see what happens. It looks very weird, the way that white made so many cells, and then there's kind of this ring like straight pour in the middle. Very strange. Whole lot of paint. The white having so much white makes it very, not cloudy, it's not like a cloud pour, but it's very, I can't think of another word other than cloudy, other than it reminds me of like cloudy look. I'm not sure if I can stretch that stuff in the center out or not, where it looks different than the rest. You might be able to hear my dog crying in the hallway. I have to close this door whenever I paint because there's not enough room for her to come in here, so she sometimes cries out there. Okay. Now I've gone to the corners and they're not completely covered. I'll have to touch them with my fingers, like I think, but now I want to try to get that ring kind of back towards the center. It does kind of have that, it has a similar look that my pouring medium with water instead of the Airbrush Medium had. It's kind of like a speckled egg look is what I think of, where you can see just little specks of the color come through and it's very white. I'd say it's very white because I had a lot of white in this. You can't really see the pink at all except for a few little lines like right in there that look like a really pale orange. That light portrait pink was a very light and almost peachish anyway. I think that maybe it's supposed to be kind of a shoot. I hate whenever I do that. My gloves get so dirty and then I go to torch. I don't even know what I was saying, but my gloves get so dirty and I go to torch and I get drips all over my painting. I absolutely hate that. Can't talk today. I hate that. All those drips. That one. There's one there. all drips everywhere. I hate whenever I get drips like that. So now I'll have to see what I can do about those. Shoot. I think I've run most of the paint off. I can't really stretch anything out. I can't stretch anymore. I kind of like it, but now I don't like it with those drips. I'm just going to go for it. I have a little bit of paint left in here. I'm going to put a little bit more and pour over the top of it and see if I can save it. I mean, it's okay. I kind of like it, but it's still not what I was hoping for, and then I ruined it with drips. But what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you can see my, shoot, I can't even get the lid off of that. I'm going to just go ahead and put some more of these paints in this cup. And I'm going to do another pour over the top to try to save it. I'm not adding any more white because there's way too much white. It was okay, but it wasn't what I was hoping for. I like the look. I like this pouring medium and the look that it gives, but I had too much white, so we'll do some more paint. Since this is kind of ring pour-ish right here, we'll just try to ring pour over it. I think, whoops, and now we have drips. Now we've ruined that too, but I think one of my ones where I tried my last pouring medium with the water, I think I ended up messing it up and did a straight pour over top of it. And I ended up liking it better after I did that. So maybe we'll like this better. Okay. Now, I don't have to completely cover the whole thing again because I've already covered the complete canvas. But what I can do is cover my drips and my mistakes. And go this way. Get some of that white off of there. And go that way and cover some of those drips. And as we're going, I can go down that way. But I don't quite want to go over that corner because I do kind of like that corner down there. I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm really not sure what to do with it. I like that corner up there. But maybe we'll just do some stretching and see what happens to the ring. I don't like the white in the center of the ring and the way that I messed it up with drips at the end. But, oh well. It's just paint and I'm just playing. I'm just playing and seeing what I can do. I haven't painted unless I get my arms in paint. I just felt paint get on my arms. My right arm, I just felt myself put my right arm down in paint, I should say. Sorry, you can't see that. Let's turn it around. I don't know if you can see that or not either, what I'm trying to do. Whoa, it's very wet on the back too. Yeah, that light portrait pink shows up kind of peachy. It's kind of orangish. Okay, now I've focused on all of that. Now what should I do with it? Sorry, you probably can't see that. I'm just trying to center some paint. And whoops, I just touched the side and ruined the side. So I was going to say I like it, but we'll tilt this way just a tiny bit, if I can. Oh well, there will be a touch on that side where I touched it. There's nothing else I can do about it. I'm going to touch the corner. That corner is done. Touch the corner just a little bit, and I think I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to dry my hands this time. Actually, I'll take my gloves off. That's what I'll do before I torch, so that I definitely do not get drips on it again. I'm starting to get these white cells coming up through. I've been getting white cells like that from this base coat, and I think that's because the base coat might be a little bit too thin. But that's okay. It does kind of have that speckled egg look that my pouring medium had when I had water instead of the Airbrush Medium. But I like that, and I like that the Airbrush Medium has binders in it instead of just being water, so that it won't break down my paint over time. So I have discovered that I like the result from it. I don't know if I will always use it because it is more expensive than distilled water, but I will be using it for now until I run out of this bottle, and then I have some other pouring medium mixtures that I want to try, but for the foreseeable future I'm going to be using this current mixture with different colors and different paints to see what I get. Whenever I looked at this facing the way it's facing you now, I can kind of see like a moon, like a crescent moon with an eye, and then the other side like it's the sun. It reminds me of some image that from some toy that I had when I was a kid that had like a crescent moon on one side and the sun on the other side, because like that looks like the moon's eyeball and this is like the sun's eyeball, and it's circular, so it kind of reminds me of that sun moon symbol. You probably can't see that at all, but that's okay. like how it turned out. This portrait pink here, I'm not super crazy about that being right there, but these lines here, this corner, this part right here is my least favorite, but I'm not going to try tilting anymore. I don't want to change the painting anymore. I like this part, and I like the other corner. I like pretty much everything except for this part right here, so that's just, I don't like the touch over here where I touched the side either. It messed up the rings. But I like probably 95% of it, so I'm going to keep it like that. And I will take you down for a close-up. And I thank you, as always, for watching. If you have any comments, let me know in the comments below. I'll torch one more time. Hold on. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the pouring medium and how it came out. Let me know what you think of the painting that I had before I got drips on it versus this painting, and tell me which one you like better. Normally, whenever I end up pouring over something, people always comment that you like what I poured over better than the end result, but in this case, I think I like this one better, so I'm happy with it. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye. Hi guys, here's the close-up. I'm sorry about the glare. I like these rings. I like that speckled egg look. I don't know if that's from, I don't know what that's from, but I kind of like it. Whenever my other ones have had that look and dried, like right in here, my other ones have had that look and dried, they ended up looking really neat whenever they've dried. It might be from the air bubbles, maybe. I'm not a fan of these white cells that have come up. I'm not sure why I keep getting those. Maybe because I've stretched more paint off so that the base coat is coming up through. I don't know. And I'll try to get you a look. There's where I accidentally touched the side, and I don't like that. That's my least favorite part right there. But these other sides look pretty cool. There's where I might have had to touch to put something on the corner down there. Sorry, I'm mumbling. I'm going to cut this part out. Hi guys, welcome back. I wanted to get a dry close-up video of this painting to add to the end of my video before I publish it. I like how this one turned out overall, and I like how it is dried. I can't wait to mix up a few more colors with this same pouring medium and try this again. I liked this ring pour result better than my flip cup. I will probably do, I don't like those white cells that popped up down here though. I don't know how to prevent that. I'm sure I will do some more flip cups as well, because that's what most of my paintings have been. That dried better than it was when it was wet. That doesn't bother me anymore being up there. I love this part in the center. That's probably my favorite part. But like I was saying, I will probably do more flip cups with some colors with my new pouring medium as well. I just hope they turn out better than this one did. And I will do some more ring pours, straight pours, and I will use my spinner with some paints with this medium and see what else I can come up with before I run out of this airbrush medium. So thanks for watching and have a blessed day. Bye.